Hello and welcome to Jerry's Cornish Kitchen, and in this episode I'm doing something that I keep getting asked for. It is Sri Lankan fish curry. Now, I've been to Sri Lanka a couple of times when I was surfing, and I think I've got it fairly close to the original, but all I do know is that I love it, my wife loves it, my kids love it, and my former customers love it, and they keep asking me to do this. So here it is, I'm doing it, Sri Lankan fish curry. Let's get on. As you can see, here are the ingredients for our Sri Lankan fish curry sauce. Now, you don't have to have this with fish if you don't want to. You could easily pop some chicken into it instead, or have it as a vegetarian meal with chickpeas, green peppers, fine green beans, that sort of thing. It's delicious no matter how you have it. But we have for the sauce making 1 finely sliced red onion, 25 grams of chopped ginger, 3 cloves of garlic chopped. We have half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri Chilli. Now, I like to use Kashmiri Chilli because it adds flavour and not too much heat. But if you want a bit more heat, just add a different chilli or more Kashmiri Chilli powder. I also have about 10 fresh curry leaves. I buy these in a pack online, and as soon as they arrive I pop them in the freezer in a plastic bag and take them out as I need them. And then we have 2 teaspoons of my homemade Garam Masala, and if you follow the link below you'll see a short of how I make mine. I then put in a tin of coconut milk, 1 good vegetable stock cube, and some corn flour at the end to thicken it up. If you don't like a thick curry, you can keep it as it is, but I like to thicken it up just a little bit. Right, let's get cooking. So in a pan on a gentle heat, I put in some vegetable oil. Once this has come up to temperature, I add some finely sliced red onions. Give them a good stir and let them cook a bit. Now we add the fresh curry leaves. Once this is cooked down for a little while, we're going to add the fresh garlic and the fresh ginger. The smell at this stage is wonderful. When you are letting the ginger and the garlic cook, if it starts looking a bit dry, just add a little bit more vegetable oil. What you must make sure is that the garlic and the ginger are properly cooked. We don't want that raw flavour of garlic coming out in the final dish. Once everything looks well cooked, we add in the turmeric, the chilli powder and the garam masala. Now you must stir and make sure the heat is not too fierce. We want to just cook the spices out but not burn them. Once we're satisfied they're all cooked through, I've added 250 ml of water. Give it a good stir. And now we add our good quality vegetable stock cube. You don't have to add a vegetable stock cube if you don't want, but I find it just really brings out the flavour and really adds to the overall dish. We now let it simmer, and I've let this simmer for a good 10 minutes. Once it's simmered through for 10 minutes, I add a tin of coconut milk. Give it a good stir, make sure it's on a gentle heat, and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I like to add my corn flour, which I've added to a small amount of cold water. As I say, this thickens it a little bit. This will help it to coat the fish and the vegetables that we put in it just nicely. We now let this cook through so the corn flour does its job. And now we taste it. If you haven't added a stock cube, this may be the time when you need to season it. But I don't need to season it, it's just right. And now the fish goes in. This is just a nice white fish which I've cut into chunks, and we cook it for barely no time at all really, just enough so the fish is just cooked and starting to fall apart. Now you may notice there's some other things in here. I've put in some roasted sweet potato. I find it goes wonderfully with this curry. And that is the curry finished. So now our Sri Lankan fish curry is ready to serve. Let's see what it looks like, shall we? Well, there we have it. Sri Lankan fish curry. Absolutely beautiful. Very tasty, very lovely, and I can't wait to get stuck in. If you've enjoyed this video, please press subscribe, please press the like button, and please comment. You might have even noticed I've got a couple of balloons above my head. It was my son's birthday a couple of days ago. We haven't taken them down yet. But anyway, I'm going to tuck into this. Thank you very much for watching Jerry's Cornish Kitchen, and I'll see you on the next video.